Hello everyone, my name is Simona and welcome to the second video of my channel. And today's topic is how to not be emotionally dependent on anyone. Let's get into the real shit. So in the first place, are you fucking aware that you're emotionally dependent on anyone? You are, because you clicked. Okay, now we're aware of this. This is really good because now when you see it, you cannot unsee it. Now you're going to see this in yourself for the rest of your life and you're going to be aware of this. Probably. And there are moments that we forget, but when you get too comfortable with people, but I promise you, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. It will show up in a moment and you'll see it again. The first thing that is the problem with you, that you're emotionally dependent on someone, is that you don't know anything about yourself. Or you didn't have enough time to get to know yourself. You're young, or you're not young. You had too many abusive relationships, or you're too dependent on people in your life that you depend financially, you depend for your house and for your family, for example. I don't know, different stuff happens. So probably one of these reasons, okay? So now, because you don't know yourself, you don't know that you can be free of this. So let me give you an example. Wait, let me get some water. When you don't know who you are and you're in a relationship, when you're emotionally dependent on this person, what happens is that you cannot get to know yourself. And I promise you 100% this is true. So you're aware that you're emotionally dependent. And as I said, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And when you're with the people that you're emotionally dependent on, and now you see that you're probably a little different from them, but you're not that sure, you feel like you're kind of like separating. You feel like you're getting their opinion for your opinion, and you don't really have opinion anymore because you're taking their opinion. You're always agreeing with these people, or you let them apply different values in your own life that you probably do not even respect, and stuff like this happens. So my biggest piece of advice here is get to know yourself. And how to do this is be single and or even if you're single and you still don't know anything and you still have a relationship like this, let this person, even if you don't want to separate from this person because it's normal, because you're dependent still and you're not sure yet that they're the problem. Maybe you're the problem, or most likely you're the problem with this. So separate from them for just a little time, okay? Let yourself be a separate human, okay? And when you do this, make sure it's at least for a week, for a full week, not for 5 days, for a full week, okay? When in this week, you probably do your normal shit. You probably like sleep, eat, and everyone has free time, okay? There's no people with no free time. Let's not talk about this. You can make free time. And you probably have your free time. And then you're going to be with your thoughts. Not just because I tell you you're going to be with your thoughts, and not because you have to force yourself to be with your thoughts. They're going to come naturally. So when they come and you're like, wait a minute, I'm not really sure that I like this thing that happened yesterday, or I'm not really sure that I like this person, and I don't like what they said, and I didn't like how they talked to me, or how they talk to anyone, or what they do, or what I do with them, and you're kind of like, okay, but that's normal for them, and then you separate. You have a lot of voices in your head. When you're emotionally dependent person on someone else, your voice in your head, it's probably not yours most of the time. So when you do shit and you're like, well, that it maybe not this appropriate, if that's not appropriate, they're going to laugh, this, they won't appreciate this, or this is not needed here. Oh my fucking god, stop it. Wait a minute. Think carefully who said that, because it can be you, but if you're an emotionally dependent person, you're going to remember who said that. When you remember who said that, now think separately from them, like your relationship with this person never existed in life and you're just a human being. You look from a different perspective, from a person that doesn't know you actually, and just looks at your actions, only at your actions and who you are. Now you see much more rationally. So now you see, okay, I don't think this way maybe, or I do. Should I apply their opinion on my life right now? Yes, if I want to. No, if I don't want to. Simple as that. I know it's not simple because you're like, well, maybe if I don't do their shit, if I do my things, how I like them, how whatever, if I get my own opinion here, and they do not accept this, they're going to leave me, because this is how emotionally dependent person thinks. I promise you that if these people leave and they do not understand when you explain to them that you're not feeling great in what they did, how they speak to you, or how you feel with them, even if it's not their fault, if they do not understand your feelings and they're this much close to you, they do not deserve to be in your life. It's not even they do not deserve, they do not belong. So why would you want these people to be in your life and control your opinions, control how you look, control what you do, control this, control that? Control what? Control what? Yeah, your life. Yeah, congrats. Now you're controlled. You don't have a life. You don't have anything. If you don't have your life in your own opinion, you don't do anything that you think and that you like, and what you think it's appropriate and it's not appropriate, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you living for? These people do not care. They don't give about you. They don't give anything about you, okay? And if they leave you, I promise you, they don't even give this. They don't give anything about you. Okay? Yeah. If they leave you, it's the worst. And you know who they are now. And even if they're not a bad person, that you do not match. You do not match because you need to grow now. Or even if you're going lower in your life and they're not coming with you, that's still okay. Because if you don't go lower, you cannot get higher, okay? You cannot be on top if you're not here yet. You cannot, we just move. We move all of the fucking time. We're going like this. And you have to be, if you're down, and you then go up. If these people are not with you, that's fine. They don't have to be. You don't need to ruin their life just for you to go up. No, we don't do this. This is very selfish. And for example, me, I like very random stuff. I'm a random person. I like random things. I'm not a random person actually, but I like random things. Just look at this, okay? Its head is separated, but you don't care about this. I got this yesterday, and it's just little. How's in English this thing? No, it says cream bites, but it's just candy, okay? It's candy, yeah. And it's just a cow. It's just a cow. And this is, apologies, cow. And this is just a cow as well. But we have this cow as well. That is a little cow. Okay? Okay, I feel happy with my cows. You don't care. Do what you like. That's it. So when you realize these things, okay? When you get to know yourself, when you know who you are, okay? And you see the mistake that you just made just because it's so automatically. And you, for example, when you're an emotionally dependent person, you probably want to do stuff that people tell you that they don't like. And you may want to do things that you know that they won't like, but you still want to do them, and you don't know if this is appropriate for you, if you'd like this or you don't. My biggest piece of advice here is, what you want to do, go do it. Just because when I made my own mistakes, and I was like, and it's a mistake for me just because I didn't like how it felt for me, and I'm like, well, this person told me that I shouldn't do it, I did it, I broke my own head for this, now I feel like I don't like this thing anymore, so I'm not going to do it twice. I don't repeat my mistake. And today I was just a bit for beating myself up for just a little mistake, okay? And I'm like, well, why? If I don't do the mistake, how I'm going to know if I want to do this thing or no? How? I didn't like how I felt, so I'm not gonna do it anymore, and that's fine. I didn't kill a person. I didn't do anything like this. It's nothing illegal. It's just a little bit, you do something, you don't like how it actually feels, you don't do it anymore. That's it, Don't beat yourself up for your mistakes this much. See, write it down, or think that I probably didn't like this. Why? Okay. Do I want to do it again? No. Okay, don't do it again. That's it. Simple as that. So yeah, this is how you can be emotionally free from other people. Because when you're not emotionally dependent on other people, you're going to be emotionally dependent on yourself. And this is a really good quality, because when you're emotionally dependent on yourself, you have full control. Just because it's you. You can control you. You cannot control others. You can control you and your own life. So when you do this, now you're emotionally dependent on yourself, and that's really good. That's cute. So go do it. Go get your own life, because these people will literally use you for their own life if you don't do this. They're going to use you. So nobody wants to be used. Don't allow this. If you want to have a good life, if you want to like your own life, go like your own life and make yourself the person that you want to be, the person that you want to be emotionally dependent on. If you don't like yourself, maybe you can do small changes. And another thing that I want to say is that don't expect these changes that you make in your behavior and in your thinking to be overnight. They won't happen overnight. Even if you need them overnight, they won't happen overnight. If you don't leave it enough time to rest and to apply to your body, to your brain and stuff like this, you won't get anywhere. So let it rest a bit, okay? Don't be too hard on it, because it won't happen overnight. It won't happen for a week or 1 month. It won't. I promise you 100% it won't. And if you want to change, be ready to wait. Be ready for patience here, because it will happen. As I said, once you see it, you cannot unsee it, but be consistent with it. When you see you don't like something, you don't allow it anymore. I wish you good luck, and I wish you to be more vulnerable, to be more responsible, and to be more loving and caring to yourself, because you need this, and every human needs this. Okay? I am sending you a lot of love and a lot of luck. I hope you feel this, because you're going to need this, and bye.